the last day of my vacation. I figure, you know what? Let's go for a little hike. See you in a little bit. Last day of vacation. I figure let's go on a hike. Nice place. It's called Washington Valley Park. Maybe 14 miles from my house, and I don't come here enough. It's got a little lake. Eventually we'll hit streams that they stock with trout, and a lot of trails. I can't remember too much about this place. Which way to go? Head down this trail over here and see the lake. Nice morning today. It's the day before Memorial Day. Here's part of the lake. Here's the beginning of it. Feeds in from a stream up that way. Eventually we'll get to it. A couple of geese. Like the 5. Fish this. Oh, there's a guy out there in a kayak. Fishing it. Wonder where he put that in at, because there's really nowhere to put a kayak in. Alright, let's get back. Bunch of punks. Remember burning them as a kid on the 4th of July to light the fireworks. Do stuff like this and then realize how out of shape you are when you haven't done it in a while. Here's more of the lake. We're coming up on the dam. I'll show you that. I could hear it off in the distance. We took the short route today. Nice quiet morning before Memorial Day and early before most people get out here. Take a nice walk. There's the end of the lake. It's a nice pocket. There's the dam off in the distance. Once I get past that, I have to cross the street and then go up a big hill. Hopefully I can make it. I'm so out of shape. See you again in a little bit. We're up on the dam now. Here's the dam. This is the easiest part to walk. You see the deer? There he goes. Walk right up on him. Oh, a little buck too. That was a bonus, a buck and a doe. Probably gonna look really far away. That's what sucks about these GoPros. Here's the street I gotta cross to continue on the other side. Nice little thing. This is part of what they stock down a little further. We'll see it eventually. But I gotta get across this road and back on the trail. Should be up here. There it is, right at the end of the guardrail. Get back on this trail. This is where it goes uphill a lot. Pretty much the whole walk is going to be uphill. So I'm going to cut off so you don't hear me huffing and puffing, and I'll pick up in a little while. Alright, I made it to the top. I'm going to see if I can show you guys how much of a walk it was to get to the top. I am definitely winded, and dummy me forgot to bring something to drink. Let's see if I can show you how steep it was. This is what I just walked up. It definitely wasn't fun. Alright, let's continue. I am so winded. I got about an hour and a half, maybe an hour, a little more walk until I almost get back to the truck. Then I figure a nice way to spend the morning. Alright, off to the trail we go. Pick back up in a little while. There's another deer. It may be too far for you guys to see. I'm gonna try see if I can zoom in a little bit on him before he takes off. Nah, I can't. See the little doe off in the distance? Staring right at me. Alright, we're gonna keep going. Not a worry in the world. Hunting season's over. She's just chilling out. There's actually two of them. One is bedded down next to the tree. Should we see how close we can get? Oh, the one bedded down looks like a big doe. Oh, that is a big doe. There they go. That was a big doe. Right, back to the trail. Right, here's where I am. I don't know if you could see it, but I have to get back to that road so I could start my walk back to the truck. Got a while ago, so we're gonna pick up in a little while. I'm probably almost halfway done this hike. One thing I definitely noticed is a lot of deer runs. One thing I've definitely noticed walking through here. Saw a few deer. Not much. Alright, let's pick up again in a little bit. Okay, I've come to a crossroads. One trail goes to the right, one trail goes to the left. We're gonna go to the left, not to the right. I think that's gonna take me next to the road I need to go. I just heard a car, so let's go find out. Then I think I have to walk down the road a little bit until I get to the other entrance of the trail. Yeah, there's definitely cars. Alright, I'll pick you back up once I get onto the other trail. I made it to the other road. This is the stream that they stock with trout. I'm going to pin this on my phone because it looks like it'll be a nice place to play around. And it's not that far. There's a parking lot over here. back across the road. I'm on the other side of the stream. It goes up that way, down that way. I don't know if there's access down that way though. Alright, I'm going to continue. I just looked at the map. I got about 2 miles to go till I get back to my truck. I'll pick back up in a little bit. I may kick on and off just to show the stream more. Alright, here's more of the stream. I just don't see if I could get across this. I think I need to get across this actually to get back to where I parked. I just don't know. But I'm going to keep following this trail and see what happens. I could see a trail on the other side, but there's nothing here except a drop that leads to the other side. Don't know. We'll just keep following this. I hope I don't have to backtrack. That'll be horrible. Or is there another entrance on the other side of the bridge? Let's go back and check the other side of the bridge. See if there's another entrance so I can get on the other side, because that's where I definitely have to go. Backtracked, I'm back to the road, following the guardrail, hoping, like the other area, there's an entrance at the end of the guardrail, because I have to get on the other side of this stream, and it looks like there is. Yep. All right. Let's continue. And once again, I'll pick back up later. Hopefully I'm on the right track to get back to the truck. Because like I said a little while ago, it's going to be horrible if I have to backtrack. I'll just keep walking a little bit yet. Until I cross this little stream leading into the main one. A lot easier to cross than that. I'm hoping. But I have a tendency to fall all the time. Made it. Alright, we get up here. And I'll pick back up in a little while. I don't know what kind of plant that is. It sort of makes me want to try to eat it. I have no idea. Almost looks like some kind of leafy lettuce, but it's probably poisonous. So we're just going to leave it alone and continue with the hike. Alright. Came to a bridge. Oh, there must be frisbee golf here too. I think this bridge probably goes over that stream where it narrows out. Yeah, it's really narrow here, unless it feeds into it. Probably just feeds right into it. There's more of that stuff down there that looks like lettuce. It's very tempting. I wonder what that is. And coming into an opening. Oh yeah, this must be a frisbee golf course. Definitely is. This hole 2. Hole 6, par 3. Now to find my way back to the trail. I'm in the middle of a frisbee golf course. That's where the trail led me to. Hoping there's a trail that I could pick back up on to get back to my truck. Figure eventually I'll find my way back. That's why I started so early. Still walking along the wood's edge. I'm in some kind of park right now. I'm hoping, I hear cars, I'm hoping I could pick the trail up somewhere around here. We're gonna find out. But yeah, look, I'm in a park. It's a big park. I'm just gonna keep following the edge of the woods and hope the trail picks back up. All right, I'm by a baseball field. See a trail behind me. We're gonna pick up on this trail and hopefully it continues. Probably gonna have to cross another road, I hope, because like I said earlier, I don't want to have to backtrack. Here's the new trail I gotta take, hopefully. At least somebody put something there. The trail that's over there. I wonder if there's one down further that just moved in that I didn't notice. Instead of cutting through a park. Alright, we're going to continue on this to see if it picks back up. Alright, I'm starting to hear more cars. I think I'm close to another road. Yep, there's the road up ahead. I have no idea where I'm at. I keep pulling the map up on my phone, heading in the right direction. Oh, there's a sign way up there with an arrow. So we'll get to that and I'll pick back up. Alright, I've got to a cross section. Comes a car. Wait for this to pass and we'll cross the street. Alright, there is another entrance. Washington Valley Park. Here's the entrance. Alright. This should take me back to my truck. We'll continue on this for a little while. I wish I would have brought something to drink. I'm hoping there's a convenience store on the way home because I am thirsty. Alright, I only walked maybe 50 steps and I'm back at the lake. There's the guy from this morning that was fishing from a kayak way out there. What a hike this was. Alright, I'm going to keep walking. We're going to take the high road on the way back. Alright, right now we're on the other side of the dam. So this should definitely take me back to my truck. I'm just going to have to loop around the lake. I wonder if that guy caught anything out there. Supposed to have some nice sized fish in here. It's just the shoreline access isn't the greatest. Definitely would have to wear hip boots so you don't get ticks. At least they seem to help me not get them, or as many anyway. So we're gonna continue this. Oh, there's two guys in a kayak. This guy on this side too. I'm gonna ask them if they caught anything and see if they'll tell me where they put the kayak in at. Getting closer to it. Anything yet?
Yeah, a couple.
Any size to them or no? No?
Not this morning.
Where did you guys put the kayaks in from?
Way back there.
Is it where it goes up the little narrow area?
Yeah.
That's where I thought people would put them in from. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
All right, good luck.
Thanks, man.
Wow, he seemed depressing, didn't he? If you're out fishing, you should be a little happier than that. You're not working, you're not home, you're out on a lake. Shouldn't he have been a little more happy? It's out fishing. How bad can that be? Here's more of the lake. It's not a bad sized lake. It would definitely take a while to fish. But like I said, shoreline access is tough. There's little cuts like this where you could get down to the water. But I would definitely want to wear hip boots, like I said a little earlier, just to avoid getting some ticks. I just talked to another guy that's been fishing from the shoreline. Said he got like a 4-pounder, but you know, no picture. A little difficult to believe sometimes, but he said he got him on a whopper plopper. I asked him too, where would you put a kayak in here? He told me the same area the other guys said. So eventually we'll get to that area and we'll see if it's possible. Definitely has to be if he's put them in and other people have put them in. All right, coming up to another bridge. Let's get across this. I noticed the trail keeps going that way too. But I'm not in the mood to walk that right now. I'm tired. It's been a lot of walking and realizing how out of shape I am. Oh, there's a squirrel running across. You got nowhere to go but to the other side, buddy. It's like Speed Racer running across the top. That's the other side. And there's the lake. It's such a nice, quiet place. Squirrel made it across a lot faster than I did. Alright, I'll pick back up in a little bit when I get to that other creek that runs into the lake. See how you could put a kayak in. Some deer tracks right at the water's edge. Definitely getting froggy here. A good time to throw some frogs. Seems to drop off pretty good. Head back up to the trail. Continue walking. Alright, this has been a walk and a half. I just checked the time. I've been walking for 2 hours. I think we're at the other stream. Yeah, here it is, right here. This is close to the truck. I should have to cross one more after this. The next one is where I believe they say they put the kayaks in. So let's see. Continue on. I am hungry, I am thirsty, and I am tired. I haven't done a hike like this in a while. Like I said, I just looked at the time and it said I've been walking for 2 hours. Thank God I'm almost done. I gotta go home and cook. Alright, here's the road. This is almost at the truck right now. One more bridge. This is where they said they put the kayaks in. Down here somewhere. So it's got to be on the other side of this. The parking lot's right on the other side. It's a little bit up. I wonder, water's nice and clear. If you catch anything under here. This is where they said they put the kayaks in. That water is nice. I don't see anything swimming around, not even a panfish. The sun hits it, you can see the bottom. I would figure I would see something swimming around. If you don't. Alright, let's see if we can find where they put the kayaks in. Trail this way. I guess this is it. So this is where you put them in it. I guess you walk in the water a little bit until you get to that. Coming back would suck. The only thing I could see where you could put them in. Unless you go over the bridge and cart it down to the other spot. But this is the only area. Alright, let's get out of here. Time to call it a day. And we are finally almost back. See the parking lot. I pulled in, there was only one car. I think it was the two guys fishing from the kayak. And I made it back. Wow, it got crowded quick. Well, it's not crowded, but a lot of people. And I am back. Time to go home, and I think I earned me some ribs.